All right, we are live. Let me go ahead and tell everybody the party's on. Hold on one second. So I'm going to go here. How's everybody doing this Thursday night? I hope you're doing good. There we go. All right, boom, there we go. All right. Welcome to Ghost Movies, where we show you what's going down the wrong way all over the place. But we're going to learn something tonight. But before we go into that learning session, why don't I go ahead and hit the beat? Intro music. Here we go.
J Torch and friends. It's about to go down, baby. Yeah.
Jackie Gaines in the house.
When love goes around, it comes around, it comes around. Can't stop it. When love goes around, it comes around. Here it goes. Yeah. DJ Torch, DJ Torch. It's about to go down. Pull up a chair, the family's here. Voices are warm, the vibe is clear. Love, love goes around. Ooh, DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down. Yeah. It's about to go down. Yeah. Laughter and truth, a gentle sound. Hearts open wide when the love goes round. About to go down. Love goes around, it lifts, it flows. Love goes around.
All right, everybody, don't forget to hit the like on your way in.
Love goes around from me to you. Love goes around, it always comes through. Yeah, yeah.
Right. On the ones and twos, this is DJ Torch.
We share, we laugh, we grow. Respect the space. Love goes around. That's our cue. It's not a party without you, without you, without you, without you.
Music by Ghost.
DJ Torch and friends, round and round it goes, love goes around.
Attorney, did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. The state will take in consideration 2025 CR 012577, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition? Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be your plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yeah.
By signing that, you waive your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offered into evidence. It is Exhibit 1 of all attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
And state, have you spoken with the complainant?
We've attempted to, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically what's going down is this is just another day of angry red pill anger doing what it does. I mean, basically what happens is these men think less of women than they should. And so when you think less of something, you don't think of that person's life. And what I mean is this, is that whether it's a person, item, or anything, obviously if it's something you don't think highly of, you're not going to take care of it, whether it be a car, a human being, an animal, or anything. This is what red pill does, is it makes you not value the lives of other people, more so women. Here we go.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Ask the court to follow the agreement, Your Honor.
Anything?
It's about to get good now. She's giving pretty much the rundown on what's going to happen, and he's going to get a chance to make an excuse. Let's see how good his excuse is. We got a whole lot going on tonight, I'll tell you that. So I thank everyone for joining in. Here we go.
Thing you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I was just wondering, cause I'm already on. I know I messed up or whatever. I'm just trying to see if I could. I'm already on parole, and I just wanted to, if you could run my sentence with.
Remember now, he was on parole, which means that obviously, if you mess up, you go back in. Knowing this, he still did not have he had no impulse control whatsoever and did what he did before.
Like CC concurrent,
And what are you on parole for?
I'm already on parole for a burglary habitation. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm on parole for.
Let me ask you this. Why do you keep doing this?
Right. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. What puts you in a situation where you have to wear orange? I mean, it's okay to wear orange as long as you want to wear orange. This guy, I don't think he wants to wear orange, but he's wearing orange. He doesn't have to wear orange, but he chose to wear orange. Here we go.
No, we human, man. We make.
No, that's not a mistake. You've been making choices. You know what a mistake is?
Break it down, Judge.
Let me give you an example. If I leave my house and I don't think it's going to rain and I don't bring my umbrella to court with me, and somebody comes in and they tell me it's raining, and I'm like, curses, my hair is going to get wet. I'm going to get wet. I see there's an umbrella here. I know it's not my umbrella because I didn't bring any. And I take that umbrella. You know what that is? That's a choice. I know that's not my umbrella. You know what a mistake is? I leave the house. I know it's going to rain. I take a black umbrella to court with me. And everybody knows it's raining outside. And there's a person sitting next to me and they have a black umbrella. I leave because I'm ready. I finish my business at the courthouse. I pick up the umbrella and I go. And it's a black umbrella. I go outside, and when I open that umbrella, I don't see my initials in that umbrella. Guess what? I mistakenly took somebody else's umbrella. What you've been doing is you've been making choices in your life.
What she means is this, is that you guys can't go out here, or people can't go out here, beat up on people and go, well, my bad. You know, I'm a nice guy. You can't say that stuff and do what you do. Here we go.
This person who obviously loves you for some reason, you made the choice to hit her. That's why we're here.
I mean,
And you know what? And you have a prior family violence case. That's why this is a felony. Because you have a previous family violence case. You just don't know how to behave.
even though I didn't hear her, but
No, let me just tell you, they have it on 911 call because she's screaming and yelling. And I don't know, maybe you thought she was cheating. Maybe that's why you wanted her cell phone. I don't know. But when you think somebody's cheating on you, you only have two choices. Either you believe them when they say they're not doing it or they're not going to do it anymore, or either you accept it. You don't hit on somebody.
yes, ma'am.
So I'm telling you right now, what I'm doing, I'm finding you guilty. I'm
Yep.
sentencing you to 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500.
So basically his behavior cost him 8 years. He didn't have to do it. I mean, we're not talking about like some situation that, somebody was aiming a gun at him, or he thought somebody was aiming something at him, or pew pew at him, or whatever, and he reacted and it was wrong. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a dude who walked up to probably somebody who weighed literally half as much as he did, and literally hit this person repeatedly.
Fine. Time and money is going to run concurrently. Take in consideration 2025 CR 012577. And what is that case?
That, Your Honor, is an evading arrest.
Okay. Affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Lameshia, Lameshia Lewis. There's to be no residing in households with minors and no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with
Look
your
how big he is. This is a big man. You can see why he got his 8 years. I mean, he's giant. This guy to the right, he's like 6 feet and 240, the lawyer. Look how big this dude is. Beating up on women. That's just crazy to me.
attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question,
Own or possess any weapons. Basically, this is important because when I slide into the next segment, it's important to know that these guys are extensively warned not to carry any arms anymore. It's no, you don't have the same armed rights anymore because you were doing too much before.
over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. My advice to you, you're not ready to be in a relationship with anybody until you decide what is wrong with you and why you keep taking the actions that you take. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Johnson left the court.
Yeah. Yep. So, welcome to Ghost Movies, where this man right here to the left basically made nightmares, ghost movies for young Black women. Didn't have to. He didn't have to. He didn't have to do that. And now it's time, let me tell you what it's up here. Here, let me play. This is what happened right here.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah. Some mofos are always trying to ice skate a bill. The bill comes due. The bill comes due. 8 years for you. I have no problem with it. I have no problem because that's 8 years of relief for young ladies who deserve not to be beat up. They have a right to live a peaceful life. And for some reason, some people have a problem with that. Now let's go to our karma section right here. Here's Patrick Beverly.
What's going on? Today we're reporting live from the land of chaos because we got to talk about Patrick Beverly. Mr. I play defense with my soul, getting hemmed up by the feds in Texas. This story's wild, so buckle up.
Oh, look at that. He got him arrested. What did he get arrested for, though? What happened? What happened here? Here we go.
Hit that like button before Patrick Beverly files you next. Patrick Beverly was arrested in Fort Bend County, Texas on a 3rd-degree felony charge. Yes, felony, not no little slap on the wrist misdemeanor. The charge, assault on a family household member. That basically means cops think somebody got choked up or blocked like a layup attempt. His bond was set at $40,000. Pat Bev paid that like he bought another pair of sneakers, and boom, he was out the same day. But the internet, oh yeah, the memes already started cooking immediately.
Social homophobia.
Yep. Oops. Okay. So anyway, yeah, basically he beat up on a family member, another woman. And this guy, remember now, Patrick Beverly, he's like 6'5", 6'4", something, 200 and something pounds. Why are these men beating up on women? That's the problem we have.
Minor sister in the crib with an 18-year-old dude, and apparently things escalated from there. The lawyer said the story being told ain't the real story. So they're painting the narrative like Patrick Beverly equals protective little brother, not Patrick Beverly, the WW chokehold champ. Now, this came right after he was talking spicy about Megan Thee Stallion on his podcast with Jason.
Yeah, he said former NBA Patrick Beverly has been arrested for assault days after his comments about Klay Thompson's girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, he talk about karma coming back on you. Here we go.
Ain't talking about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay. Like, come
he said that?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful. So, speaking of BBL. Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white folks. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is. So, it got something, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is.
That made no sense whatsoever. These guys needed to just keep playing basketball. I swear to God.
That might be what it is.
When that hit the internet, people was trolling so much that Klay Thompson had to clap back with this tweet. Referring to my girlfriend as a pussy is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who I played in the NBA. How would you feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? Patrick Beverly, do better, fellas. Very disappointing. A lot of people were saying that Rock Nation had everything to do with him getting arrested because what are the odds of him catching a felony right after talking crazy about Megan Thee Stallion, who is signed to Rock Nation? With the whole Tory Lanez situation going on, and recently Chris Brown was arrested in London a day after tweeting showing support to Tory Lanez, can't just be a coincidence. So what?
Yeah, see. Let me go back here on Chris Brown for a minute. Let me tell you something about Chris Brown. Chris beat him down, Brown. Chris beat him down, Brown. I have to say one thing. He's expanded his assault web to include men now. So I can see him saying that he wants somebody who shot a woman in the foot because neither one of them respect women at all. Not even close. Men that don't respect women are very dangerous men. They're very dangerous men.
Showing support to Tory Lanez can't just be a coincidence. So what happens next? He got to go through the legal process, and with a third.
No, it's not. And it's funny what's the coincidence about choking somebody? One guy shot somebody. One man. Notice how this man is trying to defend these violent offenders because they're saying that maybe Jay-Z has something to do with it because, Megan signed with Jay-Z or something like that. But no, how about the fact that they did that shit? I mean, they can't go to jail for nothing. But that's the funny thing is they think it's nothing. They think violence is nothing. Them being, putting hands and feet on a woman, these men literally think that's just normal procedure. They really do. Let me keep
Agreed
going.
felony, the stakes are high. The prosecution is going to bring evidence, police reports, statements, all that. The defense is going to try to frame it as he walked in a bad situation with his underage sister, reacted as a protective sibling, and now the story looks worse than what it.
See, and that's funny because if you wanted to protect somebody, why didn't he go after the kid, the male kid? He went after his sister. He choked his younger sister. If anything, that's creepy because it makes it seem like he's jealous. You think he would have been, the best thing for him to do is tell this dude, hey, look, hey, bro, you got to go. Either that or call the police. He didn't either. Instead, what he did, let me put him on screen. Oh, that is him on screen. What he did, no, Beverly, he's on the ground there. What Beverly did instead is he literally choked a little girl. I mean, what is it with these men assaulting little girl?
It really is. Also, Patrick Beverly got a whole media career now. Podcast, network, sponsors.
Not anymore. Well, who knows? These days, there's a lot of men who did the same thing he did, so why not, right?
They're all watching like, is this cancel worthy or not? This case could affect the bag, not the NBA bag that has been dried up, but
exactly, Jackie, diabolical.
The microphone bag, and that's the one he's still eating off of. So here's my take: Pat Bev got to move smart.
And this is the funny thing is that everybody's supposed to be looking at him being some type of role model, because that's why you get a microphone. That's why you have these podcasts, because you're supposed to be a role model to other younger men and boys and teach them the right way to live life and stuff. That's part of what you're supposed to be doing. And I guarantee you, he's out there saying, oh yeah, I'm here trying to, make things better and stuff. But let's get into the situation with Tory real quick. I want to break something down to you real quick that everybody has missed. That's very, 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 very important. Why Tory is in prison right now for a long time. Here we go.
Do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
Megan said, I don't want him to go to jail. Are we going to go to jail? I mean, she's literally, after dude shot her, she's still trying to protect, was trying to protect, terrible games. Instead of Tory Lanez, I call them terrible games. And that's a problem. A problem, ladies. Sometimes you just got to let these men go where they need to go. And after you get a bullet in your foot, I think it's time to let that go. You got to just, you just got to let it go. Here we go.
As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't.
Why the police officer is saying that is because basically, all the time, usually all the time, shout out to Miss Obsidian Reloaded in the house, is the victim literally for some reason, for some psychological reason I'm not going to get into, at least not tonight, will literally protect the perpetrator. It's a concern we have in our community, but here we go.
I really cannot go to jail. Okay. I cannot have that on my image. Okay. So how did that happen to you? Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. Hey, go get a sheet or I'm not from here, so okay. That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
So basically, that this happened here. They interviewed her. Let me go forward.
And then they shot. And she got out of the car and crawled over.
That's forward.
Then the gun. Then the girl shoots it. So the driver's door's open.
Now, let me break it down to you. Everybody's saying that it wasn't. Obviously, I think everybody agrees that Megan didn't shoot herself. So there were only three other people, because I think there was a driver in the vehicle, right? And Tory, I believe, said it wasn't him. then said it was him. And the bottom line is this. A lot of people are trying to say that, he didn't shoot her, he didn't shoot her, blah, 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 blah. Really, quite honestly, the law enforcement and the court system could care less. And I'll tell you why. He wasn't those after they found out the guns were his and he put the guns in there, he was getting some kind of time. He was getting time. He was already getting time. And a lot of you who get mad at Megan for putting this man in prison, she didn't put him there. He put himself there, either way you look at it. Okay, and he deserves to be there. I mean, number one, they told him not to rock around with guns, at least more than once. And he did. He did. If he didn't have his gun, his pew-pew in the car, nobody could get shot. That's why they tell dudes, like, you got a criminal record now, because he had a criminal record. It might have been for gun possession then. Doesn't matter. Now you see why they don't like criminalistic men having guns. Even if let's say he didn't shoot Megan. He brought guns with him because he was criminalistic. Nobody can get shot by a gun that's not there. You cannot get shot, you can't get pewed by a pew-pew that's not there. He decided to spit in the face of the legal system, and he's now paying for it. So please do leave Megan alone as it pertains to Tory claims, because he claims he didn't shoot her. And what's funny is he made the stuff worse by doing all this kind of manipulation and hiring people to do stuff, kind of like this one right here.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Coffee City. Oh my goodness, Tory Lanez's new lawyer has come out with some new information, okay? He alleges that Kelsey's bodyguard, who was around her during the trial, has come forward and stated that Kelsey told them that Megan. Oh my.
So Kelsey, what they're saying is that Kelsey said, so this dude literally, probably because she doesn't have any priors and she'd only go in for 2 or 3 years, right? This dude right here was so cowardly that he was going to let Kelsey take the hit, catch the case for him. If that's not cold-blooded evil, I don't know what is. Shout out to I Said What I Said in the house. Let's listen a little bit more. Here we go.
Her during the trial has come forward and stated that Kelsey told them that Megan. Oh my goodness. Let's just get into it.
Not long ago, Unite the People was...
Let me pause it right there. It wouldn't have made a difference, I'm telling you, because he instead of having 10 years, he would have got like 8. Because they would have been like, well, Kelsey, where'd you get the pew from? Kelsey, where did you get the pew from? And then what would have happened is they say, hey, look, your boy's fingerprints is all over this thing. That just shows you how cold-blooded sociopathic behavior can be, where they will literally send other people to take the blame for them. Or they will blame other people because they have no soul. They have no, what would you call it, empathy for anybody else. He could care less about Kelsey. So anyway, then he gets another flying monkey to try to help him right here.
Emotional outbursts. They say he even stormed out of this last deposition. All right. So because of that, he's now been fined $20,000 and his lawyer is being paid $5,000 for her contribution to the contempt. All right. We're going to get to the paperwork and go through this whole thing. But again, I can only give y'all the information that is available to me. I just can't. If I was in a different position, I probably would have gone, but we not. All right. We here. So here we have the official order of contempt from the judge. All right.
Basically, what this is what Cynthia G would call a bandit doing bandit things. At least she wouldn't say that. Well, she would. A bandit doing bandit things. That's basically what he did. So, okay, the best way to get out of prison is to act right and to follow legal procedure from that point on. They see that you calm down and maybe, who knows, maybe they start shaving off some years here and there. He did the opposite. He did the opposite.
All right. And of course, this is again for the Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion versus Milagro Cooper case.
Milagro Cooper, i.e. Milagograms, basically is a flying monkey for a criminalistic dude. Miss Obsidian Reloaded says, I got a feeling that Tory Lane's gonna join that red pill management as soon as he's free. Yep. If he's not already in it. Yeah. He's already got the mentality. The basic mentality of red pill ideology is use women often. Use them as tools for you. That's what's happening.
But this order of contempt is for Tory Lanez. This matter is before the court upon plaintiff's request that non-party witness Daystar Peterson and his lawyer Crystal Morgan be held in contempt of court for their conduct during a deposition held on November 14th. Damn, this was just Friday. Shit.
Yeah.
Underlying.
Look, courts. See, the funny thing is this. These, how should I put it? When you're in a certain red pill mindset, the law really doesn't mean a lot to you. Legal boundaries don't mean a lot to you. You usually spend a lot of your time trying to get around the boundaries, often by making up your own rules. That's how Obsidian got kicked off of YouTube. He effed around and he found out. Now he might be back now, but who knows whether it's a legit channel or not. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Facts involved in this dispute and the two previous attempts at taking Mr. Peterson's deposition in this matter are recounted in the court's previous order denying motion for protective order and or to quash subpoena. The undersigned was personally present at both the second and this third attempt to depose Mr. Peterson. As the court
it's funny because everybody was saying, oh, he doesn't belong in prison. He doesn't belong in prison, all this kind of stuff. But if you looked at all of his actions during the proceeding and after proceeding, it's clear that he does belong there. The amount of time, maybe we can have a debate about, but the fact that he belongs in there is true.
R.E. Stephan noted the task of imposing sanctions on litigants and their attorneys is one of the most distasteful tasks of any judge. Notwithstanding, when the time arrives when this court must perform such a task, it is clearly executed to ensure that the court's business is properly conducted and to preserve the respect for the judicial system and for the court as a whole.
Right. So basically he dissed the court. I mean, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to show you that there is the whole thing. So I'm just going to keep scrolling through here. And as you can see, this is for real. I'm just making sure everybody knows this is for real. This is what happened. So basically, you know, the free Tory jargon really needs to just stop. He's where he's where he should be. And don't get me wrong, y'all like, well, Chris Brown isn't in there. Chris should be there too. Clearly should be there too. But unfortunately, these days, it's common procedure to be able, a lot of times, men just feel like women are good punching bags. Like this man right here, for example.
Baltimore boxing champion Gervonta Tank Davis faces new abuse claims from a woman who claims to be his ex-girlfriend. This is according to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner. Courtney Russell says she dated Davis for 5 months and recently filed a civil lawsuit accusing him of aggravated battery, false imprisonment, and other offenses. She claims Davis physically attacked her a number of times during their relationship. Russell claims the most recent incident was Monday at a Miami nightclub.
I mean, it's even more cowardly and disgusting when you know you have lethal force. You know you've put grown men on the ground with your fists and you still attack women. So let's go through this real quick. I want you to understand the pattern here. First, you saw me display in Judge Boyd's room a man who literally had to weigh at least 250 pounds who attacked a woman. Okay. Then we have Tory, who is small, but he used a pew-pew to compensate. And then now we have Gervonta here, who he himself can't appear to keep women safe himself from himself.
Davis is scheduled to fight Jake Paul.
That was 2 weeks ago. Check this one out.
Davis has been linked to several high-profile relationships, including Instagram model Ariana Fletcher and rapper Dretta star. However, who is widely known as the girlfriend of famous boxer Gervonta Davis, Vanessa has made a name for herself that has cultivated her success. Gervonta and Vanessa.
Okay, that's his girlfriend, right? And I think he has a child with her. Right? Why are these here? Check this out.
Police body cam footage emerges showing Gervonta Davis's domestic violence arrest after 28-year-old American boxing star is released from jail and charges dropped.
Any weapons on you? What is that?
Now, his charges were only dropped, not because the incident didn't happen, but because, again, the victim supports the perpetrator. She let him off the hook. Phoenix Soul in the house. It's good seeing you, Phoenix Soul. Yeah, he let her off the hook. I mean, she let him off the hook.
The charger, man. I ain't nobody.
Got anything on you?
I'm at my house.
Okay, I'm asking you. Gotta ask you. Who's in the car?
This is my car. She took my car.
Who's she to you?
We'll just be right here. My child mother.
Oh, okay. All right. Does she have any weapons?
No.
All right. Just put down your phone for now, sir. What's your name?
Gervonta.
Javon? What?
Gervonta. She's trying to take my car, and I don't want her to take
She's
my
trying
car.
to leave?
Yeah, she's trying to. But I got a driver to be able to take her wherever she want to go.
So why am I bringing this up? Because basically, he's going to be making a cameo appearance in Conspicuous Consumption. I'll tell you why. Because he just lost at least with his last soiree $10 million because he just can't keep his hands and feet where they need to be in the boxing ring. So maybe that's why he's so good, is because, you know, he'd be practicing on his girlfriend. And what's funny is that men will still protect him.
I know some of y'all are not going to agree with me siding with Gervonta Tank Davis in reference to his newly legal case in which he is being sued for physical domestic abuse by his baby mama, lady, whatever her name is, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that me siding with Gervonta Tank Davis and giving him the benefit of the doubt, people are going to try to justify my character as a man. I know how it is, but I don't give a damn. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I don't.
Miss Obsidian Reloaded says he's DL. Those are vibes. Yep, I get from Tori Gervonta. Yep. You know something, you bring up a good point. I'll tell you why, Miss Obsidian. They obviously don't have high regard of value for women, because you don't go see them going outside when their car doesn't perform right, punching their cars, you know, punching the car window or something like that. No, they love their cars. They love their cars more than they love. They don't even love those women, but you see my point. So yeah, that leaves only other alternatives. That only leaves other alternatives, which are animals, men, you know, or an addiction. Yes, you can fall in love with an addiction.
Think that a man should put a hand on a woman, and a woman should be putting her hands on a man, right? But when I see and read these cases in which, well, the Gervonta Tank Davis situation.
Notice how he said these cases. When I see and read these cases, like, dude, do you know that you just said see and read these cases? When you say it in plural, that means there's a pattern. That absolutely means there's a pattern. So let's keep it going. Here we go.
She's being sued. This woman is not filing no criminal, no criminal charges.
No, she doesn't want the dude to go to jail, but she wants to be compensated for her damage. And this is the funny part. And see, this is why, ladies, maybe you just got to let the guy go to jail. Because people think like this. Oh, well, it couldn't have been that bad if she didn't, you know, send him. She called the police on him. What more do you want, bro?
No, she's suing for money. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe that you being violated, physically violated, and even sexually violated you shouldn't be putting a price tag on you being sexually or physically violated. All right? There shouldn't be no value to that.
No, it's that value that keeps men from doing it again, sir. There's a lot of men that don't want, what they enjoy most is their money and their freedom. I agree. Yes, by all means, put Tank in the tank. By all means, bro. That's what you're saying, right? Put a Tank in the tank, right? But at the same time, no. A woman without punitive penalties, these men will continue doing this. The only time they will stop is when there's a threat that their bank account will be her bank account. And if anything, women are not getting enough. I guarantee you, let's put it this way. You know when Shannon Sharp Shannon Not So Sharp got dug for 25 mil and then lost his career. He ain't gonna do that shit no more. I guarantee you, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna find somebody 1/3 his age anymore and do that same shit. He's not. I think he might be smart enough not to do it again. I think. I don't know. Punitive damages are important because it makes people stop. Being in jail for a couple days or something like that ain't gonna stop these dudes. Money, you'd be surprised. They love their money. Shannon Pussies. Shannon Doll.
Huh? Oh, you know what? I get violated and I'm going to, but I want this money for you violating me. Oh, you violated me. I want $1 million for you violating. There shouldn't be a price of you being violated. You should follow.
I'm sorry, $30 million is going to help. It's going to help a little bit. By all means, it's going to help. Should he be in jail? Yes. Should he pay $30 million on top of that? Absolutely. This man's right here seems to think that Gervonta should just get off for free or whatever. Let's see what happens here.
TMZ has reported Gervonta Tank Davis star boxer sued allegedly choked woman in violent incident. Check out the story though. Roselle alleged at around 4:15 a.m. Davis found her in a VIP lounge, forcibly grabbed and dragged her through a stairway, through the kitchen, and through the back entrance all the way into the parking garage. Ladies and gentlemen, you see how the correlation between this story and the first incident that went viral several years ago, dragged her, grabbed her, you know what I'm saying? So it's giving you that type of feeling like, look, he did this before. Let me continue reading. There she said he continuously grabbed, choked, pushed, pulled, and struck her in the back of the head, leaving her terrified and alone and embarrassed for her co-workers and employers to see. Basically, okay, then let's see the surveillance of it. There's a VIP lounge. We all know.
So why is he defending this dude? This guy's a monster. Bro, this dude's a monster. And see, yeah, I'm glad here's Charlo. Watch it.
Attorneys that just seeking to destroy lives and get their little retainer and get their little fees. And like I said, this ain't new for boxers. Let's check several years ago, 2019, Charlo acquitted of domestic violence charges, right? Let's go with this.
What acquitted means doesn't mean that he would, he didn't do the crime. What happened was that whoever was the victim probably didn't want him to go to prison. So she either didn't testify or she just said, I don't want him to go to prison and I'm not going to testify. And that's how that ends. And a lot of people think, it's funny because a lot of people think, yeah, you didn't go to jail for it. You didn't go to jail for it. But he should have went. He just didn't because the woman showed grace to him when maybe she shouldn't have.
This one, Oscar de la Hoya. He was getting lawsuits left and right. Look, check this lawsuit, 1998. A woman accused de la Hoya of rape and imprisonment in Mexico. In a civil suit, the case was settled out of court and no criminal charges was filed. Civil. Man, you got rape and you want civil? You want money?
Can you see where this guy's going with this? So he's literally defending these boxers because instead of these women putting him in prison for the rest of their lives, right? To the point where they cannot earn any money and that their lives are basically ruined by themselves, by the way, that they opted for just punitive damages. Bro, it's like, dude, what do you want? Do you want your favorite boxers to be in prison for the rest of their lives? Because I think so. I think they should. Yeah. But it sounds like to me, you want your cake and eat it too. You don't want them to go after money and you don't want your best friend boxers to go to prison. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, check this out.
and see, every single
Man, oh man.
out of here.
I know it's funny that we have Anton Daniels visiting us on a crime, story evening, but you really need to listen to this. It gets pretty weird. You will see why he is here tonight after I play this.
Matter of fact, get the out of here. I'm sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say to me. What the are you talking about? I hate you hoes. I hate these.
This is like being married to Anton Daniels. Oh.
So let me go back on that because a lot of people are like, why don't you like Anton Daniels? And that's an accurate way to putting it. I don't hate him because I don't have that much emotional, investment in him at all. But I definitely don't like him. I do not like him. I hate what he does. I hate what he stands for. So let's go over the cast here before we get going. There's Lapeef right here. Lil Precious, and then we have She's So Lucky right here. She's so lucky. I don't know, girl, why do you mess with these fools? Anyway, then there's Mr. Let Himself Go. And then we have this guy right down here who claims he's Muslim. I don't know. Maybe it's the other guy. I get them all mixed up. These dudes who claim to be Muslim, but if you listen to Malcolm X, they completely say things that is contradictory to what Malcolm X said. Then we have this young lady here, DTM, and then we have Antron, and I call him Antron Daniels. I think that's a good name for him because, his life is really fake. Antron is like a fake material, which people use instead of maybe real animal fur or something like that, which is good. I mean, it saves the environment, right? So maybe Antron is saving the environment. B. Taylor, we know about her. And this guy here, I remember him when they were tag teaming on Destiny. He was there too. So basically, this is the Antron crew. So let's go ahead and listen. Here we go.
Out of here. Matter of fact, get the out of here. I'm sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up.
I truly believe he hates women. I do. I truly believe that. I do. I think basically the wife is around for convenience, or there's something she has he needs, or feels he needs or wants. But you will see soon why the red pill ideology is terrible for Black women, even when they buy into it. It is the worst thing that happens to Black women. Here we go.
Here and think that they can say to me, what the are you talking about? I hate you hoes. I hate
This is like being married to Anton Daniels. Oh.
Let me turn it up a little bit because I want to make sure you hear the volume drops a little bit when she talks. So excuse the louder volume when he talks, but we got to hear her. We got to hear what she's got to say. Here we go.
Wow, times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so
Anton has a lot of different personalities. Anton has a lot of different personalities. Now, I know you guys are saying he didn't say that. Let me rewind then. Let me rewind it. Here we go.
What are you talking about? I hate you hoes. I hate
you. This is like being married to Anton Daniels. Oh, wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult.
Times can be hard, sad, and difficult. That's what it is to live with Anton Daniels. At least if this is indeed his wife, okay, and she is indeed telling the truth. I'm going to leave it up like that, but I didn't hear anybody push back and say this is not her. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so You have to be
all the different personalities. That's what. Let me type in what is. Let me go to. Let me bring up my little chat thing here for him. What is it called when someone has a lot of different personalities? Boom. What is it called? It is called dissociative identity disorder, DID, formerly known as multiple personality disorder. I'm reading straight from the internet. Key features of dissociative identity disorder. Multiple identities, each alter, may have its own name, voice, memories, behaviors, and even physical traits like posture and handwriting. Memory gaps. With DID, often experience amnesia between personality switches. Rooted in trauma, DID is strongly linked to severe repeated trauma in early childhood. So basically, these men are out here trying to say that women are trauma bonding when basically, if you hear right here from the Red Pill Kangs, they're the ones trauma bonding, such as abuse or neglect. Not the same as mood swings. Rare and often misunderstood. Well, I think we understand it a little bit more now. So let me get back into the mix. Here we go.
certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate.
Oh, he's very emotional? I thought men were not emotional. Let's keep it going now.
Effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person.
This is not good. This does not sound like a ladies' man. This does not sound like a man who is enjoyable to be around. But there are so many women that somebody's going to fall into the trap.
Well, Anton Daniels' wife has said that she believes that this man is capable of unaliving somebody. Now, those are strong words.
Wow. Hey, I'm just going to let Lakeisha break it down. Here we go.
Your wife feels like you are a dangerous person. Now, y'all, this is going to get interesting really fast. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're going to dig deep inside of this Anton Daniels psychopath, because it's given psychopath when your own.
I didn't call you psychopath. She did. But, you know, I can't argue that.
Own wife says that you are, or she feels like you are capable. This is a woman that you've been married to for 20 plus years.
20 plus years. That's called not a wedding ring. That's called suffering. That is a suffering if you ever heard it. Let's fast forward. Here we go.
Calling him a very dangerous person with multiple, when I say multiple, y'all do know that that's more than one, personalities, very emotional is what his wife says. But if y'all didn't pick up on that clip, that's okay, because we're going to play it again.
Being married to Anton Daniels. Oh, wow. Time seeking.
Oh, you nailed it. You nailed it. This is a beautiful to see. I love these times. Mofos getting exposed left and right. Yeah. Hey, and look, I'm not even in Phoenix. I'm not taking any credit for this myself. I'm just playing the, you know, the videos, you know what I mean? And just just kind of like enjoying the view. That's it. And layman's Batchaki says in layman's terms, crazy ass. Yeah.
Be hard and
The scary part, really, when you think about it, is this man is not just like somebody who's in the background. This dude is one of the leaders of the manosphere. He is one of the leaders of the manosphere. I mean, Phoenix, no matter how it gets out, as long as it gets out towards. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Phoenix. Here we go.
I didn't pick up on that clip. That's okay, because we're going to play it again.
Okay, look.
been married to Oh, wow. Times it can be hard and sad.
What is it like being married to Anton Daniels? Sometimes it can be hard and sad. Those were her choice of words.
Bruh. Anton, you may not even ever see this, but if you do, that's not a flex. If your wife has to see that, I think what you need to do, well, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I don't know. She didn't have to say that. Nobody was saying, is it hard and sad to live with Anton? She brought it the F up, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Here we go.
Words. I told you people that this woman, well, I can't say this woman, that the man don't like his wife. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about his wife. She's probably a beautiful person, but you must understand when you're dealing with a narcissist, misogynic type person, that it don't matter how beautiful you are inside or outside, it doesn't matter. This is how his own wife is describing him.
And difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities.
Oh, he got a lot of different personalities. So what is that, a personality disorder? How in the hell does one person have a lot of different personalities? Pay attention.
And so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with Anton.
You have to be a certain type of woman to deal with him.
Wow.
A battered woman, an abused woman. What is a certain type of woman to deal with somebody needs? A woman with a low self-esteem? I'm just asking.
Very emotional.
Oh, very emotional.
Remember, I'm sure he thinks of himself as a high value man. If the value is high valued for who? Women or men? See, that's the funny thing that we also missed, everybody. Let me tell you. When they say high value man, high value to who? Who's the value for? We assumed because they were referring to in a relationship dynamic that they meant high value to women. But basically, when you've seen me prove tonight with all them boxers and Tory putting pew pew pieces in people's feet, that basically, I don't know if you value a certain level of abuse. Yeah, I guess you can say that's high value. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Okay, like a woman.
He doesn't communicate effectively.
Wait a minute. His own wife is saying that this man does not communicate effectively. Now, is that not what we have saw in pretty much every video that I've showed, where he is spewing out hate to all the Black women in the room?
I don't think that he has killed anybody before.
I don't think that he has ever anybody before, but I think he's capable of it. That's what his wife says.
Wow. So she was saying, I don't think, she's not sure that he's, sent somebody to the upper room before, but he's capable of it. Let's listen to it. Here we go.
Personality.
Oh, he got a lot of different personalities. So what is that, a personality disorder? To deal with him. A battered woman, an abused woman. What is a certain type of woman to deal with somebody means? A woman with a low self-esteem? I'm just asking.
Very emotional.
Oh, very emotional. Okay, like a woman?
He doesn't communicate effectively.
Wait a minute. His own wife is saying that this man does not communicate effectively. Now, is that not what we have saw in pretty much every video that I've showed where he is spewing out hate to all the Black women in the room?
I don't think that he has killed anybody before.
I don't think that he has ever anybody before, but I think he's capable of it. That's what his wife says.
I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person.
I saw him angry before, and it's like a totally different person.
Wow. That's wow. This is taking, this is really deep, y'all.
If y'all remember, she said he has multiple personalities. This is crazy. Okay. I said what
Everything she said is true. It's safe to assume one of the major leaders in the manosphere and a pearly things lackey is a lunatic. Is she saying he has just as many personalities too? I'm over here minding my business and LMAO like we didn't know already, right? We just breaking it down, that's all.
Said, okay? And we're gonna get into this video because I have another clip that I want to show y'all. I don't know, it seems like once you watch a clip, they keep on feeding them to you. So hopefully this is the last one. But if not, we're gonna keep on putting them out there. Well, we need to get into this video courtesy of Lapeef Network. The name of the video is, let's see, I'm a Lambo. Anton kicks modern woman off panel. Black men are tired, but that is not all he said to her. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to say all of this crazy profanity out of my mouth. That's why I'm sharing the video. Of course, this is courtesy of, copyright disclaimer and everything like that. So we're going to get into this video real quickly, share it here so that y'all can see what is really going on with regards to this dude, okay? Let's get into it. Now, before I get this video going, it's only 17 minutes and 15 seconds, but I don't have a 17-minute clip. This is the full duration of this video clip, but not the one that I'm going to play. Now, it's going to start roughly at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. The reason why I started it there is because I'm trying to get it to the point. Now, what you guys...
Let me move forward here. Here we go.
Boyfriends, all that, that's great. But that's a girl. She needs to be with her mom. We decided that at a young, when we hadn't even graduated yet, right? She was still living with, my parents were watching her while I finished my degree, right? So my whole thing about this is I can't grasp,
so stupid.
I can't understand. Like I told you, I told my daughter she was an accident when she was a woman.
So I want to stop here. You guys heard somebody say, that's so stupid. If y'all see this man, he's fidgeting. He's really going through something mentally. I don't know what he's going through in his mind, but I've watched this clip several times. And if you guys didn't get it, just rewind it. He got very irritated when she say she went to college and let the child go with her mother or her parents for care. Obviously, she's in college and she let the mother keep the child. Now he's getting irritated and fidgety, and just pay attention because it's getting ready to get real crazy real fast.
When she was a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Like that was when she was grown, and
I cringe every time you say it. Can
When
you
you
stop
go,
saying that?
accidents happen. My daughter is gone to college. She go to Texas Southern University.
Can you just stop saying it?
Accidents happen.
Just stop saying it, please. That's all I'm saying.
Look, this is what the manosphere draws in. It draws in men. That's Mr. Let Himself Go who's speaking, who had a hard upbringing according to himself. And the thing is they don't understand their behavior is not normal. These men don't understand that the way they're behaving is not normal. They think it's acceptable. The way that they how'd you call it, demean women. They think that's supposed to be the way they're supposed to be. And apparently this is a funny thing because they think that they are leaders when really they are showing a character of toxic masculinity. Exactly. I mean, I don't throw that word out that much, but they're toxic men. They are. There's nothing good. You heard Anton's wife talk about him. I think she knows who he is. She didn't sound like she had the very best review of him. Then we have right here, Mr. Let Himself Go. He had his chance at marriage. I think he was married for a little while, for a couple years, kind of like Kevin Samuels, and then that didn't work out. And it's funny because they're all mums the word on what happened in a relationship, which let me tell you ain't a good sign. And we've never seen any of these women come out and say, "Oh yeah, no, he was all good. We just went our different separate ways." You never heard them say that. I'm not saying that they were mean to these women. I'm just saying that we don't have any endorsement of good relationships for these men. And that includes Anton now. I didn't know this about his wife. I honestly didn't. I can't believe it took me till 2025 to find out that Anton's wife does not have high regard for him, justifiably so. She is there in his corner though. So these are the types of men that are lead the manosphere and that are drawn into the manosphere. It's kind of like, that group that uses the 3 Ks to describe them. This is basically the black version of that. But they have a different target. They don't target black people in general. They target good black men and black women. That's who they target. They call good black men simps. They call the women, we'll take your pick. They got many words for that.
No, were you giving her a scare talk so she wouldn't end up repeating the same things mistakes?
Y'all are all.
Hold on. Can I?
Easy. What is wrong with y'all?
Before you go, Anton.
Y'all keep on trying to figure out how to fix the commute. Like, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because he always talks smack about the community, but he has made not one lucid solution at all. In fact, I would say that if the best way to fix the community is not to behave like Anton and Mr. Let Himself Go and whatever that guy's calling himself. I think he's calling himself something now. It's not Bruiser anymore. And basically, don't act like these men and life will be better for you. That's the best advice I can give to other men. Don't behave like these men and life will improve for you. Have class, have patience, have empathy. These are something that these men will never have. They're too old. It's too late. It's too late. Here we go.
Y'all putting spare parts on up cars. The problem is
that's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't gonna say.
I'm a Lamborghini. Right.
No, you're not a Lamborghini. Stop thinking that you're not a Lamborghini. You're not a Lamborghini. Like, I don't know who told you was a Lamborghini. You're not a Lamborghini.
Toxicity is one of the number one products in YouTube. It sells very well.
Anyways, let me get back. No, you're not gonna interrupt me. Anyways, like I was saying, and see, every single time you eventually no, you're not gonna interrupt me. Every single time, eventually you pull that dumb out of them, and then they wanna get crazy and masculine and all of that, and then they get out of it. First, she's relaxed.
The only men that are concerned with a woman's masculinity are those who are feminine men. Let me just let you know that. Angela Rhetoric in the house. Let me repeat that. The only men that are concerned about a woman's masculinity are feminine men. Are men that feel scared of women that they deem masculine. Because why would you worry about it? I don't care if a woman wants to be masculine, butch, or whatever, that's up to her. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. Everybody has a right to have their own personality and aura as long as they're not attacking people like these men are. Why would he worry about a woman's masculinity or lack thereof unless his threshold of femininity that he has inside himself is in competition with that woman's masculinity? That's why he's acting all this super tough and everything like that. In front of women most of the time, not in front of men. Is because his feminine level is a lot higher than normal. And he has to compensate by acting like a jerk.
Oh no, I'm just so chill and I don't care because I'm a country bumpkin and I don't know what drama look like and all of this other type of stuff. And we hear this. Every single new person that come on the panel, they come on here acting like they living in their femininity and that just come on right up out of them.
No, sir. You're living in your own femininity. If every time you complain about another woman who disagrees with you or gives you a view that you disagree with, it's as if you feel threatened, and it comes off as feminine. Because why are you competing with women for femininity? Why are you? Why is your threshold of femininity so high to the point where you feel like you're competing with women? That's weird to me.
As soon as you tell them that they're not a Lamborghini, you're not an exotic car, you not from France, you're not from Germany, you're not from Great Britain.
And you could never.
You know what's funny? A Lamborghini's from bro, you literally named every country that car is not from.
You're not. Stop.
You can never touch me.
Wait, let me pause that for a minute. Where is a Lamborghini from? I knew it. Italy. He literally, that's how smart this guy is he literally, to make an example about you're not a Lamborghini, He literally named every country it's not from. That's the genius you have here in front of you. The Lamborghini is from Italy.
I don't want to. I seen your stretch marks. You're not hot. Who the told you was hot? I seen your stretch marks. I seen your stomach out. Stop, and you're not 160 either. You're not 160.
All you've seen the left. See, a leader and a respectful man, they don't behave like this. I mean, this is supposed to be a panel, and it's supposed to be a panel of people that are sharing ideas and sharing differences. And I understand from time to time, it might be hype, but that's all this guy can do. This is what he's famous for, is bitching at people. And I use that word accurately. I meant to say that he bitches at people. He does. That's all he's about. And so people are, the weak men that are weaker than him are following him. Wow. So basically, you see what happens. Now you see why we have all these dudes putting their hands all over black women. Because they're following men like this, who literally give them the green light to do so. They may not say it directly, but their own actions and disrespect towards other women that are on this panel and elsewhere, it makes them feel like, it makes others feel like it's okay to hammer women. Let me keep it going. Who's next? Who's next?
Roommates, lately it seems like there's no corner of the internet.
Yep, look at it again. We got everybody. Remember, he used to be a man's man. He used to be the king of hip hop. The king of hip hop. Men still defend him right now. They still defend him to this day.
That isn't discussing Diddy's abusive behavior. Celebs have been joining in on the discussion. However, when Joe Budden decided to share his thoughts on Diddy's situation, his ex-girlfriend Tahiri Jose called him out on his alleged abuse toward her. Here's what the tea we have on that situation.
Another man, Joe Budden, another leader, red pill ideology, abusive. Let me dig a little bit deeper. Listen to this conversation here.
Joe Budden, we had you on the show previously.
Wait, hold on one second. I got to raise up the volume real quick.
And we talked about your whole situation with Esther Baxter and the breakup and you know what happened, and she cheated on you, and we heard the song and Ordinary.
And I think he's on something. I don't know why I think he's on something, but just the way his head's moving, it's moving like it's floating.
Ish, you know.
Right. Part three.
But now she's come forward and done an interview, and she's released some pictures. One of them did make people sick because there was like a fetus in the toilet.
Oh, it made me sick too.
All right, is that a real picture? Is that really
that's wait, is it really what?
Is that really like her
fetus?
Fetus miscarried in the
He already said yeah, but listen to what he says now.
That's what she sent it to me as.
Okay.
Now she's saying that you beat her, you strangled her, and you sat on her stomach and caused her to lose her baby.
We actually have that
for a
audio.
half hour.
Did you hear what he said? He said, Charlemagne, who's no prince himself, watch what he says.
Sat on her stomach and caused her to lose her baby.
We actually have that
For a
audio.
half hour. Hold on, we have the audio.
We got into an argument and just basically ended up choking me. So I couldn't breathe, slamming me up against the door, like in the closet doors. He threw me on the floor, grabbed me by my wrist and sitting on my stomach. for half an hour while I was 3 months pregnant. Went to the hospital where I found out that I lost.
Rush home, and I go in the other room, and she's in the bed, and I said, "Wake it up, wake it up. What are we gonna do?"
Well, I need to pause it right there because it gets ugly after this. Hold on. Just getting some more volume here. Okay, here we go.
And I said, "Wake it up, wake it up. What are we gonna do?" And she was like, "What do you mean? I'm asleep." Just like real arrogant. I'm like, "What are we gonna do? This ain't gonna continue like this.
Right.
What are we gonna do?" So I dragged out the bed. I definitely did.
Okay. He I don't know if you heard, but he definitely admitted that he dragged her out of the bed. Okay. And if you know that most beds, they're anywhere between 2.5 to 3 feet above the floor. And if you drag somebody out of the bed, they're going to hit the floor after a 3-foot drop. Just want to make sure you all know that. That's not going to feel good.
I'm like, "What are we gonna do? This ain't gonna continue like this.
Right.
What are we gonna do?" So I dragged out the bed. I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that arrogant talk.
By her feet, hair, arms.
No. My feet. A little light drag.
So he assaulted her because she was being arrogant. That's what he's saying. That's what I'm getting from this.
Drag. None.
Came home, we wanted to have a
Little
conversation with Esther Baxter.
Little light
You drag out the
off
bed.
a nice king size on a beautiful plush carpet.
Okay.
Like, please.
Okay.
So we went back and forth with the beefing for about maybe all of 4 to 5 minutes. And then I caught myself. It's like, all right, you bugging. And I went in the master bedroom, and I sat by the balcony, and I just smoked a cigarette.
Nope, you dragged her off the bed, Joe, and you sat on her stomach and held her down so she could hear you. Come on.
No. And I smoked the cigarette, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just chilling. So, and now this bedroom, there's 2 entrances. So I thought that I locked both of them.
Right.
Best case scenario. He's not the type of guy you want to listen to for conflict resolution. However, he has one of the hottest podcasts on the internet, giving advice for relationships.
Clearly, I didn't. So one was locked, one wasn't. So she comes around the long way,
right?
Because the house is huge. So she comes around the long way, and she's screaming and yelling at the top of her lungs. So in my head, I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I spazzed. So I guess it's her turn to spaz now. So she comes in, she's screaming and yelling on top of her lungs. I'm like, "Dog, we just did this. It's over."
You're still smoking around a pregnant woman. Okay, keep going.
He left the
No,
room.
I was alone.
She came in his vicinity. Objection.
Oh, okay.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well said, Phoenix Soul. Why are they saying this ish like this? It's normal, okay, not abusive POS stuff to do? Yeah.
So, but and I'm by a balcony anyway. So she comes in. I'm like, "Fam, we did this already. We don't have to do this."
Right.
She's still screaming. She's screaming. I'm ignoring her. I'm still smoking. On her way out towards the door that's locked, my computer's on the bed.
Uh-oh. That's never good.
So she picks it up.
Oh, man.
And she slams it into the closet.
Wow.
So now I'm flabbergasted.
Not Joe
Oh my God. He's thinking up a story to abuse her. Let me think. Here we go.
You know what's on that computer.
She know that's my computer.
Right.
She know what that is to me.
She knows push the button. She know how
Oh, because he has a better relationship with his computer. Okay, and I love my computers, trust me. But if somebody throws a computer at my computer, it's like, hey, well, just pay for it when you're done throwing it around, and just pay for it. Maybe I can, get the SSD out of it. Listen to how he respects the computer more than the woman.
I'm still kind of in shock.
Right.
So then she threw it in the closet, and as she's walking out, because you got to go through the closet to get out.
Right.
She picks it up again.
It does it again.
And she does it again.
Damn.
I jumped up like Thor.
Right.
Or Iron Man or somebody.
Right. Objection, Your Honor. Watch your mouth.
And I ran so fast into that closet, because the closet is like the size of a room.
Right.
And I ran in there, and I hemmed up, and I said, yo, are you out of your mind?
How'd she get all the bruises?
Makeup, I don't know.
Come on, Joe.
I'm telling you.
So the police were called. You were arrested that day.
Listen, slow down, because it gets crazier than that. So we're in the closet, and I got her pinned against the wall.
Right.
Like, and I asked.
Okay, now he's got her pinned against the wall. You know. Remember now, all he needs to do is get his computer. Why didn't he just grab his computer and leave the room? Obviously, she's not in the condition. She's not in the mental condition, probably because of something he did, to speak to him. But if he really wanted to salvage his computer, he could just grab his computer and leave, instead of grabbing her, putting her up against the wall, and doing this.
If she's crazy about 3 to 4 times, but she's kicking and she's punching and she's swinging. So as I got her hemmed, I got to try to like back up off her, but she's still going, and her stamina is unbelievable, and mine's isn't.
Right.
So I put her on the ground. I don't throw her on the ground.
A pregnant woman.
But I'm much stronger than her.
All the more reason you're digging a deeper hole for yourself.
No, he
Joe.
placed her on the ground.
Listen, I'm just telling
So, so you see how this is coming together? You see how it's coming together? Now she's on the ground. Remember now, she basically said that he sat on her. And he's saying that he didn't sit on her. But watch where we go now.
Listen, at no point am I saying that I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
And at no point am I saying that.
Okay.
But I certainly haven't done what's being said. So I put her on the ground, and I do get on top of her. Do I sit on her stomach?
So he did get on top of her. Okay. This is if you've noticed, everything she said, everything that they played back in that room, he said he did. He has not contradicted her statement in any way. Here we go.
No.
What do you sit on, Joe?
I would like to think that I sat on what she's got. Oh, it's my mom. No. I got it.
Obstruction in the court.
Listen,
What's the word?
His mom was calling him to tell him to set the heck up. I guarantee you that's why she was calling him. His mom knows that he's live, right? Why would you call somebody during a live stream, right? Why would you do that knowing he's live? He probably told you he was going to be live, but she's listening to him and she's like, this is not good. Don't say anything. That's what happened. His mom was trying to warn him. That's what was going down. Shout out to Imminent Life in the house. Here we go.
In the court.
Objection, Your Honor. Disruption in the court.
Forget it, Charlamagne.
Forget it, Charlamagne. Go ahead.
So Esther's got huge breasts. So I'm thinking to me, I'm sitting right underneath her breasts.
Are they?
Now, he claimed he wasn't sitting on her stomach. But what's right below somebody's chest? Just think about that for a second.
No.
Obstruction in the court. What's the word? Disruption in the court.
Objection, Your Honor. Disruption in the court.
Forget it, Charlamagne.
Forget it, Charlamagne. Go ahead.
So Esther's got huge breasts. So I'm thinking to me, I'm sitting right underneath her breasts.
Are they?
Joe, you're not stupid.
Are they real breasts?
No, Joe. No.
Yeah, they're real.
Are they real? Okay.
They're real.
Underneath her breast.
So that's where I'm at. But listen,
underneath her breast is her stomach.
But listen.
Right.
No.
Underneath her breast is her stomach. In her stomach is a baby. So he did sit on her, and her claims about losing the baby because he sat on her, extremely believable. I don't have the facts, but it's extremely believable. And I think if to the point where you lose, oh my God, this is bad. This is all bad.
Listen, if she's pregnant and we just left the doctor, I know where the baby is, number one. And number two, I'm not sitting on her applying my 194.
Now, she sent him a picture of the baby that came out of her prematurely. Who gives a F on what he thinks he was doing? Obviously, she showed proof of the result. Listen to this. Listen to his excuse.
On her stomach. So I have her arms and all of the pressure is on my 2 legs. So I'm not sitting on her at all, really. But I have her
So
on
like
the ground.
straddling her.
So I have her on the ground.
Bring her down, right?
And I'm saying to her, yo, chill, stop. And she's saying, get off me. And that's all she's saying is get off me.
What else is she
And I'm
supposed to
saying,
say?
I will get off you as soon as you stop. She's not responding. She's just saying, get off me.
So she stops. And when is the
So
police
after
coming?
about
Responding to what? Responding to what?
a minute, maybe 2 minutes the most, I get off her. I get off her. She goes about business.
I'd like to present though.
Uh-oh.
Now, Joe Button, in all fairness, this has been something that a couple of your ex-girlfriends have accused you of domestic violence in some form or fashion. Even Tahiri, as a matter of fact, when she was getting her tattoo removed, this is what she said.
Hold on, pulling it up.
Who's a couple?
Go ahead.
Today we are killing that tattoo of the white beater.
And she shows her Joe tattoo. And then even Gloria Velez at one point said something about you and her getting into some type of physical altercation as well.
You know what? A lot of these get away with a lot of like hitting women. Joe Button. Joe Button.
Dang, they bringing it all out now. Yep.
Joe is finished and done. Joe came on the Breakfast Club, and I said, Joe, did you sit on her stomach? He said, no, I sat under her breast. Well, Joe, you wouldn't know anything about being in a good relationship because you're never in one. And every girl you date accuses you of girls saying that they beat him up. And then I played I didn't sit on her stomach, I sat under her breast.
Asking about Esther Baxter, and like it was like the illest spin I ever got. And I don't remember what you said, but I remember it was the illest spin I ever got. And I just shut the fuck up after it. And that's when I knew. I said, he is a master at manipulation.
Right.
So did you beat the shit out of Esther Baxter?
No.
What did you do to her?
Nothing.
Did you sit on her and choke her?
No.
She said you sat under her
Listen closely.
breast. I mean, on her stomach, and you choked her.
What she said.
Did you do that?
Now he's not even. See, that's the funny thing about sociopaths. I'm not saying he's one, but it's an example of a sociopathic behaviors when they forgot what they've said before. What I mean is that they said something, whether it was a lie or not a lie, it doesn't matter. And then they forgot that they said it.
No, I said he is a master at manipulation. So did you beat the shit out of Esther Baxter?
No.
What did you do to her?
Nothing.
Did you sit on her and choke her?
No.
She said you sat under her breast. I mean, on her stomach, and you choked her.
What she said.
Did you do that?
No.
What did you do to her? Nothing.
Nothing.
She made up all of that.
Now he says he did nothing at all. Don't you find that interesting, folks? I mean, nothing at all means then the whole closet scene didn't happen at all. But now it's nothing at all. It's like, I don't know what happened.
She's not present.
Oh my God. This is the fuck I'm talking about. I asked the motherfucker, did she make up all that? He said we would have to ask her.
We would have to ask
What
her.
the I'm asking you.
You can't ask. I don't hold myself accountable for someone else's thinking.
Leader of the manosphere. Another leader. You see how dangerous these men are? Have you checked out how dangerous these dudes are? They are literally making men accept, being violent. Here we go.
Okay, get to your point.
Wait, let me pause this for a minute. You know who this dude is? Fugazi. We can't call him no Fugazi anymore because, dang, I mean, we saw the tape. We saw that he does Fugazi things. I mean, to me, that's fine. I mean, if you want, the thing is that that bothers me about Fugazi is that basically he literally is the opposite of what he tells his men to do. And then even when he gets caught, tries to whittle out of it.
Yeah. So when you don't have education, credentialing, licensure, anything like that, and you're in the coaching or counseling realm, the only thing that you can really rely on is your life.
If we get back to the original point, how are you going to give advice on something that you are not experienced in? Is it going to be adequate advice for those people? Usually.
Let me pause that because that's damn important. And let me tell you why. This goes for the whole manosphere, all the guys who claim to be leaders. Listen to what this young man is saying. This is one of the most important things that could ever be said, is this right here.
If we get back to the original point, how are you going to give advice on something that you are not experienced in? Is it going to be adequate advice for those people? Usually not.
Yeah, with that being said, bro, just get a whole nother chick. She got 2 kids. You don't even have your kid full time. You can get a whole nother girl. You can get a whole nother girl with 0 kids. You can get a girl with less baggage, bro. You're 24.
Meaning your own actions. People have to judge your life and determine whether your advice is sound or not. So since your life doesn't match your words, how do you feel that you have the credentials to provide sound relationship advice to anyone?
Manipulation.
Now.
That pretty much sums it up, y'all. LTTV, breaking it down perfectly in that mix. I mean, it's crazy to me. I'm going to bring up some other. Let me go ahead and drop the link just in case somebody wants to come up. And then I'm going to switch up this screen. I think this is the one I want. That it? No, that's not it. Hold on one second. I got it in a second. That was LT. I want this one. Welcome to the stage, Deontay. I mean, we're just having a good old time tonight. You know, I'm just down here trying to make the correlation between the manosphere and their leaders and the violence a lot of women are subjected to out in real life. I think there's a correlation. I truly believe that. And here is another example right here. Oops. Dang, that's right. Hold on. I know what I got to do. Okay. Got it. 1 second. Here we go. Spinning it up. Here we go.
Did y'all see the video of the girl at Ruth Chris Steakhouse holding the fork like she one of the Flintstones? This was crazy. Ladies, all y'all want to do, go to the nice restaurant. Yeah, a ninja got to take me here. He got to take me to this restaurant, this and that. Whole time, a lot of y'all never really been to them places. Whole time, y'all never took an etiquette class. And y'all parents never taught y'all how to eat properly. A grown woman cutting a steak like a caveman is.
You know what's funny to me is it says y'all never went to an etiquette class, and what's funny is that obviously he didn't either because they don't use y'all in etiquette class. I should know because I went to etiquette class when I was young. It was boring AF. They teach you to speak very proper, like you all, not y'all. Though to me, y'all is fine. I mean, it's fully, but in an etiquette class, they don't teach you to say y'all. So for somebody to diss a woman about etiquette class while slanging slang is kind of hilarious to me.
Dang. And that's why y'all getting invited on coffee dates. Listen, I'd be damned if I take a chick out and she going to Ruth Chris and embarrass me. And Ruth Chris ain't even a top of the line spot. Thank God you ain't get taken to a Del Frisco.
Now, wait a minute now. First he was dissing her for not eating properly in what at first he was saying was a nice restaurant. Now he's saying the restaurant where the guy took her isn't that nice. It's almost as if he's making he's literally what would be the word, manufacturing insults. You know, what are your thoughts?
No, DJ, I agree. That's called nitpicking. If he wanted to bring up the way that she was eating her steak, I mean, he could have turned that into something. But you have to back yourself up if you're going to do that. If you're going to critique somebody's etiquette, you better come in speaking as articulate as freaking Benjamin Franklin. You know what I'm saying?
Right, straight
Like,
up.
yeah, like how can you like look at that girl? She don't even know how to cut a damn steak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like talk about she need etiquette class. And you know, maybe it is her first time at that kind of a restaurant. Maybe she never learned how to really cut a steak properly. But I mean, if that's all she was doing that he says is needs etiquette, that's nothing. Because I've seen way worse ratchet scenes than that. Like
Right.
I wouldn't flip over my girl. I would think it was funny for real that she cuts her steak like that, and I would probably turn it into a joke with her, but I wouldn't like tell her that she needs to take an etiquette class and start breaking her down like that. Like, come on now, man. Now, if she was in there acting ratchet and twerking on the table or something, yeah, I'd be like, all right, girl, I can't handle that. But this, come on.
Right. I mean, the key is this too. When she was chewing her food, she kept her mouth closed. So I know people who don't even do that, but they cut a steak properly. You know?
Yeah. You know, and she was probably being funny herself. Like, I'm sure she knew that she looked like a little kid cutting the steak the way she was holding the fork. Because that's how little kids do it. They just slam it into the meat and just start sawing around it, and they hold it like a upside down hammer or like a knife blade. Uh, it's nothing.
Right.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention also what you played before with Joe Budden. Uh, you said something about how there's a correlation between the leaders of these guys in the manosphere and then basically physical violence that happens. And I agree with that because it's just like any other form of entertainment where you have somebody who does something for a living, whether it's a rapper or somebody who makes movies or anything like that. And what they portray in their artistry is not something that they really, you know, that they want to actually portray in real life. But because you put it out there in your art, it's out there. It's almost like back when the gangster rappers were trying to say like our music doesn't influence people negatively. And at the same time, you watching the video of NWA walking down the street with all kind of semi-automatic guns, talking about fuck the police and I'm gonna kill this nigga, like, so it's like, well, which one is it? Is it
Right.
kill everybody around you, or is it I don't do that, or that's not me in real life? Because crash outs believe in that stuff, when they listen to it.
Exact bars. Here's the next one. Here we go.
It's crazy to me how all these men is out here judging Cardi B for getting pregnant by Stephon Diggs. Like, they all saying the same thing. Oh, she's wrong because she only known him for a short amount of time and she got pregnant by him. Y'all be doing worse than that. Y'all be going out getting women pregnant the moment you meet them. Like, y'all do the same thing. And it's the hypocrisy for me. Yo, at least Cardi B and her baby fathers are secure. Y'all be getting women pregnant that don't got a pot to piss in. Y'all be getting these. Y'all would wish that y'all baby mothers would have the same amount of money as Cardi or would even look like Cardi. Y'all be seeding up women that look like Chewbacca. Y'all baby mothers be looking like E.T., nigga. Y'all baby mothers be looking like Chupacabras.
So I don't know why he went on the rant after that. He was doing okay before until he started getting to calling women Chewbacca or whatever. But I can understand his hypocrisy. But the Chewbacca thing, I want to leave out. But I would leave out because it doesn't make any sense. Because appearance is not the issue. I mean, I kind of see what he's saying, but,
No, you're right. At the end of the day, because I know some guys who are totally ashamed of their baby mom situation from either, and not even just from the standpoint of what she looks like, just of who she was. Like, I know guys that talk junk about girls, call them hoes all day, and then they end up getting a girl preggo. And it's like, well, dude, I didn't even know you was hitting this chick, dude. You told me she was a ratchet piece of trash.
right.
So all this time you was behind everybody's back talking about her while you was all lovey-dovey with her in the bed. Now you done got her pregnant and it's public and you can't run from it because it's true. The paternity test done came out, dude. Like, you look terrible. What are you going to say now? And then that's when they turn evil and start, getting mad at the woman. I'm like, dude, men of that caliber are non-disciplined. That's the biggest issue. They're non-disciplined, but they want to critique everybody else. Like, we can go back to Umar's situation. Umar thinks that he's untouchable, where he can critique every little point of your life, DJ. Every little point of your life he can critique openly, right? But if you ask him one thing about his children, baby mom, or the school, he automatically label you as a hater, a coon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dude, what the hell? So yeah, and there's regular guys out here on the streets who've done nothing, who doing the same thing. It's terrible.
Why you separated from a cheater to go to somebody else? Because I was tired of that relationship. It's more than just cheating. That's the thing that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know half of the shit. Y'all don't know most of the shit. It's more than just cheating. It was a lot. I couldn't take it no more. I had to go to a fucking hospital because I couldn't take it no more. A hospital. You have managers when you have a management and you have a label. When your management and your label is getting together because they are concerned, it's time to go. When it's affecting your work, when you can't even record, it's time to go. And I left.
And you know something? She was wise for doing that. Now, why she jumped in, out of the pot into a fire, that's the problem. Because I think we both can agree that Stephon Diggs is not a whole lot better. He has more money. But he still has what? Stephon Diggs has how many kids? A lot.
Yeah, he's got them. and they still rolling. So he's a playboy. I mean,
Yeah.
not just
And
a playboy, he's one of those big time ones.
and it's funny because she still has value. I don't know what I think I'm not saying that she can do financially, find somebody who's doing financially better than Stephon Diggs. Well, even though I did hear that they were going broke. But anyway, when you have 10 kids, that's just not much you can do about that if you treat them all equally, if you know what I mean. But no, I mean, the one thing we have to respect Megan Thee Stallion for is she definitely made an upgrade. She made a moral upgrade, if you know what I mean. Whoever she was messing around then, she went from messing around with basically thugs to to being a perfect wife, if you ask me, to a man that's basically does not have the same history as what she was surrounding her with before. Let's just put it that way. So
Yes. Now, DJ, I want to say something here, and I don't want to ruffle no feathers with nobody, but I just want to just say it. This is a situation because the argument between how they say who the prize, right, the man or the woman, and I always say the prize. First off, both of you can have the prize at the same time, right? And secondly, women can, men can be a prize in certain situations. And and what I mean by the prize is here you have a millionaire, famous female rapper, and she's attracted to the thug street dudes, of course, but none of these guys were ever really treating her as anything more than just a sexual object. They obviously didn't care about her like that. They just wanted to get from her. And like I said about the gangster rappers, she does put out a lot of over sexualized content, and she shakes her button on in the video. So you really can't blame somebody for thinking about her in that way. But now the task is who can actually treat me like a lady and not just a sex rapper girl. And it's funny that the guy that she ended up being with, not only is he a mature, uh, much more reserved person than who she's been messing with, but he's also the highest earning one. Like, so she actually catapulted herself past Tory Lane, past all these little street dudes, the party Fontaine she was with, and now she's with a guy who, think about it, all Tory Lane can do is just talk shit about Klay Thompson. That's it. And anybody, a homeless person can talk shit about Klay because he don't have the money Klay has. He doesn't have the clout Klay has. He doesn't have the respect that Klay has.
Right.
And now she's got him. And I think that in the world we live in, it's easier for somebody like Klay Thompson to get a high quality woman than it is for her to get a high quality man like him. Just because of the dynamic.
No, I agree. I agree. Well, number one, it's just a fact. There's more high quality black men than there are high quality black women than there are high quality black men. Just because, we're talking about a 2 million difference between the population of black women and black men. Somebody gonna be short. Somebody's gonna feel like they're settling, or they are gonna settle, or have been taught to settle. And that's the problem. Because even if the world was perfect, there's just not enough good men to go around.
No, it's not. But I'll tell you, I talk about this all the time about how the average woman, right, the average man, rich men, like the probability of a rich man going down to a woman who's just living an average life doesn't mean she's not a high quality woman, but she's making an average income, average job, average life. He can come in, turn her life up, marry her. We see it a million times. Uh, we see that a lot more often than the opposite, obviously, where basically like what's her name, Nicki Minaj situation, where she went back and married her high school boyfriend, who was a drug dealer and a freaking registered sex offender.
Right.
But she's worth $100 million, and he's just a regular street dude. But that's what she wanted. But somebody like an average black woman walking around that's educated, beautiful. She ain't even got to be educated. She got to be beautiful and a sweet woman. She can pull a multimillionaire man, But the opposite doesn't happen like that. So that's what I would say. Like, I think that women do have a great advantage in that, especially when they're younger, to be able to pull a top tier guy. But then, especially if that's something they focus on, oh my goodness, it's definitely out there.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is that what do you define as top tier? Are we looking at just money or personality? A lot of the men that at least the manosphere calls top tier guys, as you've seen, their personalities are trash. So that's the issue. It's like, I mean, even when you talk about the Diggs brothers, or you talk about, here's the funny thing: all the good men, if you've noticed, the manosphere never mentions them. Like, for example, how many times has Jalen Hurts been mentioned? He's married. He just got married, last year? To a beautiful, educated woman, black woman.
He's bad. Yeah.
I mean, so the thing is that that's the problem with that I feel with the manosphere is they literally promote trash over really bona fide role models, if you know what I mean. It's like they literally almost purposely choose to highlight men that have, let's just say, a sordid past as it comes to relationships. So, but here we're going to go into actually one guy right now that's a very sordid past. Here we go. Wait, let me get it in here. I hope that. Okay.
Not returned the toxicology results. Nor has determined the cause of death. Determined manner or cause of death. And manner or cause of death is officially important because the coroner needs to weigh in, but it's not necessary.
Let me pause. Let me drop the volume just a little bit, not too much. Just don't want to blow out everybody's systems. Here we go.
Even if the coroner said undetermined, and we don't know what he's going to say, or what the coroner will say, but even if they say undetermined, LAPD can still press forward with a homicide. But and we'll get into why the medical examiner hasn't weighed in yet, because there's a backstory here. But here's the deal. We know, as everybody does, that her body was found cut up in his trunk in early September. There is a really critical fact here, and that fact is this. According to investigators, we are told that they have evidence that David made a mysterious trip in the middle of the night back in the spring of this year to a remote area of Santa Barbara County, around 100 miles from LA.
That, I think, the key part of that.
And spent a couple of hours there.
Is that it was a remote area. And as you said, spent a few hours there. We don't know.
Angela, you nailed it perfectly. Red pill manosphere can't promote great men. Those men make them look like trash. They are bars.
Anything more than that at this point.
But here's what we know, because some people are saying, well, would he have brought Celeste there? The way it was put to us was not that he and Celeste went to this remote area. It was David went. So look, there are a couple of theories, and I'm not going to, say these are true, these are theories. Could be a body, it could be a weapon. But what's mysterious about this is if she, say, was killed in the spring, where was the body for June, July, August, and finally September?
There is still a whole other chapter of this to unfold, that what happened between whatever happened in the spring in that remote area of Santa Barbara, and then to go all the way to September and Celeste's body being found in the trunk of that Tesla parked here in the Hollywood Hills. There's who knows what could have happened at that point.
This is what I think would happen. He either got her pregnant, or she told him that she was going to tell the authorities that, they had been hooking up, or both. And whether he got help or not, I don't know.
I'm not too familiar with this situation. What's going on with this one?
Yeah, this is about that music artist named David, who couldn't help himself from, he couldn't help himself from, even though he was a grown man. I think I want to say she was 13. Maybe 14 at the most, but I know it might have been between 12 and 14. She was 14.
And oh no. And he killed her and chopped her up?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think. The only other thing I can think, the only other possibility I can think is that she OD'd on something he had, which meant that he didn't necessarily delete her on purpose, but it ended up that way, if you know what I mean. The bottom line is this sadly happens a lot. Because nobody, it's going to be interesting. I think he's guaranteed himself. He's guaranteed himself a room at one of the penitentiaries. That's what I'm thinking. Just because he wanted to date somebody underage. I don't know if you can even call it dating.
The one thing we were told was don't try and use logic necessarily.
Right.
Because it may not be kind of a logical explanation.
Well, we also know that we had broken that story a couple months ago that LAPD did the sweep of the house that he was renting in the Hollywood Hills. They had tested it, forensics, and we know they're still waiting for some of those forensics to come back in addition to the toxicology from the medical examiner. Could he have killed her in the house? Again, just a theory.
How do you ruin your life like this? Let's be selfish for him for a second. How do you do this? You really must have no impulse control or nothing, that you literally ruined your whole life because you just had to be, I don't know how to say it. I think it's she passed away, and then whether it was by accident or not, it was irresponsibility. He was to a level of irresponsibility to the point where he either felt he had to delete her or that she passed away because of his irresponsibility, to the point where he had to cover it up somehow. How do you do that? This guy was going to be one of the hottest new R&B artists, if he wasn't already. How do you ruin your life like that? That's just as disgusting as him deleting her. And he might as well have done it. I don't care what happens. he did what he did.
Psychology from the medical examiner. Could he have killed her in the house again? Just to
understand whether his brother had done well or not.
Dancing with the Stars may not be his jam.
He
It just
had
may
no
not
idea
be.
what was.
This is other
was found has the medical.
So that's other shit right there. Anyway, everybody, I think that's we'll end on this note right now. Not a whole lot to go over, really, when you think about it. Appreciate everybody coming through tonight. And Deontay, thank you for coming through tonight. I think I'm gonna hit that beat. Where is that? And give some thanks and shout outs to everybody in the chat. Here we go.
Love goes around. Round and round and round it goes. Love goes around. Oh.
Welcome back,
DJ
Deontay.
Torch.
I'm about to wrap it up anyway.
And friends. It's about to go down, baby. Yeah.
Right, Miss Palto in the house. Thank you for coming through. Miss Jackie Gaines, handling the business in the chat. Thank you so much. Angela Rhetoric in the house. Phoenix Soul, thank you for passing through. It's always good seeing you. Eminent Life, thank you for coming through.
The family's here. Voices are warm, the vibe is clear. Love goes around. Ooh, DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Obsidian Reloaded.
A gentle sound, hearts open wide when the love goes round.
I said what I said in the house.
DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down. Love goes around, it lifts, it flows. Love goes around and everybody knows. Love goes around from me to you. Love goes around, it always comes through. Yeah, yeah. Love goes around. We share, we laugh, we grow. Respect the space. Love goes around. Go That's our cue. It's not a party without you, without you, without you, without you.
That's right, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And if you haven't subscribed,
Round and round and round it goes.
don't
Love
forget to
goes
hit that.
around.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through.